Hello and welcome everybody to News Channel Nebraska's presentation of the 125th Schuetzenfest Festival here just outside of Bow Valley, Nebraska. We're going to get right into it with Matt Fisher as he hosts this year's parade. But before we get to that, we'd like to take one hot minute here and thank our sponsors. They are Bank of Hartington, Art Cottle, Bow Valley, Cruzy, True Value, Heine Electric, Midwest Tree of Hartington, Fisher Supply of Hartington, Faye's Furniture and Floor Covering of Hartington, and Shop Easy South Convenience Store of Yankton, South Dakota. Now with that, let's get on over and catch up with Matt Fisher as he hosts this year's parade.
We want to remind you that freedom is not free. It came at a terribly high price. Make it a point today to thank a veteran or anyone in the armed forces that are currently serving. Thank them, shake their hand, give them a hug, let them know that you appreciate what they have done for you. It's the freedoms that we have in this country today. That is why our ancestors came to this country from Germany, for a life that they could live the way they wanted to live it. Always remember that. Have the Legion, Legion Auxiliary, and the Legion Riders, a great organization, the Legion Riders that travel throughout northeast Nebraska and the Midwest, raising funds to help those in need, fellow veterans, military members, providing military escorts for funerals, a great organization of volunteers who express their patriotism on 2 or 3 wheels. Thank you so very much for all that you folks do. And thank you for keeping the flag flying. God bless you. What a great organization. Folks, with the Legion Riders, if you are a veteran or if you are family of a veteran, consider joining the American Legion and consider joining the Legion Riders, a great group of people. Okay, we have our current reigning king and queen from 2015 celebration. Todd and Jean Wiebelhaus. Good morning, and thank you for joining us today, and thank you for serving as our ambassadors for Schuetzenfest for the last 6 years. Been to many town celebrations promoting our celebration here, so thank you again. And prior royalty, 2010 King and Queen, Danny and Karen Taney. Good morning. Looking sharp. It's Miller time. Oh, yes, it is Miller time in just a little bit, though. We'll have to get through the parade first. Good morning. Who do we have with us this morning? 2005 King and Queen. And who's that? Ryan and Stephanie? Okay, thank you for joining us. 1996, which was our first Schuetzenfest since 1976, correct? So you were the re-inaugural queen for our celebration. Very cool. Thanks for coming back for it and being in the parade. What's that? Doris Hochstein? Well, good morning. Thank you. Sharp-looking 4020 John Deere. They're pulling the Schuetzenfest float and our Q125 float as well. And make sure you rise and remove your hats and headgear for the presentation of our colors, the American flag and our German heritage flag as well. So nice to have everybody here with the Guard today. Great organization. Thank you for putting on our celebration. Look forward to seeing all of you guys shooting today at 1 o'clock. So nice to see so many young members joining the organization. And we have the Schuetzenfest from Omaha. I see that bringing up the rears are fellow Germans from Omaha. Thank you for joining us. Number 10, yes, here we go. The Elsie Hesse Lauer family. The float is a replica of the ancestral home of Anton Hesse from Berbeck, Westphalia, Germany. Homesteaded 3 miles east of Bow Valley in 1871, has been farmed by the Hesse and Lauer families for over 150 years. Thank you for being one of our founding families. Thank you for doing your part to found Bow Valley, and thank you so very much for being a part of our parade today. We have Meyer Signs, a one-stop sign shop from small vinyl projects all the way to large commercial projects. Meyer Signs owned by Lauren and Jamie Cottle. Thanks for joining us today. If you want it advertised, check them out, mayersigns.com. Up next, we have the future members of the Schuetzenfest Honor Guard, driving a 1965 Chevy pickup carrying future members of the Schuetzenfest Honor Guard, Tony's Troublemakers, in honor of June Lange and Kevin and Ben Pinkelman. Look forward to seeing you guys here in about 15 years when you're taking your turn shooting the bird. You bet. There you go. Up next, we have Cedar Security Bank. Locations in Fordyce, Wynot, and Hartington. Keep your money here in Cedar County. Bank with Cedar Security Bank, member FDIC. Thanks for joining us this morning. Oh, there we go. There's a tractor I enjoy. A Farmall 450. We have Dan and Cindy Taney from Fordyce, Nebraska, with the American and German flag. That's a 1957 with a two-bottom plow. Very cool, very sharp-looking rig. And our neighbors over to the southeast, Hillcrest Care Center. Sponsored by Hometown Market in Laurel, Nebraska, they're honored to take care of those that once cared for us. Hillcrest Care Center and Assisted Living in Laurel, Nebraska. Thanks for joining us today. And who do we have with us this morning? Let's see, number 18. A 1930 Model A Coupe Deluxe Ford, Rod and Rose Gaydon. Good morning, sharp-looking car there. And up next, Jody Cook Construction and Excavation Incorporated. Founded in 2005, Jody Cook Construction and Excavation specializes in quality residential farm and site preparation services, from water and sewer lines to septic tank installation and excavation, construction and digging. Call Jody Cook for your construction and dirt work needs. I see they already have water line there on the flatbed, so apparently someone has sprung a leak. You know they're ready to go to a job. They've got their excavator. Wow, they even have the drain field clamshells. Very nice. A little bit of everything. And up next, we have the Why Not EMS, serving Why Not, Bow Valley, and the St. Helena areas. Thank you for all that you do for us. You see us in some of our most difficult times of our lives. We know that we're in good hands with such caring volunteers. Thank you so much for always being there when we need you.
All right, so Scott, we're being joined by Scott Shrimp here, president of the Bank of Hardington, out of Hardington, Nebraska.
Yes, that's right.
Now, what involvement does the Bank of Hardington actually have with Schuetzenfest?
Well, we're sponsoring part of the sponsorship for the broadcast here, which is exciting for us. We also have a long history of being part of the Schuetzenfest, part of the Bow Valley Park Association, as far as members. My family over the years. I'm a shrimp, but my grandfather was Vincent Rosser, who owned the bank, and his father before him, and then the Wortman gang, which is Roman Wortman, Alphonse Wortman, who has been part of this, was part of this event, was actually a king at one time, shot the bird off the top of the pole, so that was kind of exciting in its day. I'm sure it was before I was around here, but so he was the king, and then my father-in-law, Roman's 90, he'll be here today. Yeah, he's excited to come down, and then we've got family from all over right now, from Pennsylvania to Kansas, that have all come back the Wortman side to participate in this. So we're excited to be here today.
Now, I'm glad that's where you went, because I knew it was more than just, your business's affiliation. This is a family event for you.
It is a family event for us. Yeah, the business piece is just a small piece of it. Really, it's mostly about the tradition. The Schuetzenfest, the German heritage part of this. Like I said, I'm a shrimp. I'm married to a Wortman. We got a lot of German in us, So, so that's kind of it's an exciting event. We're excited to be here.
Now, with that in mind, what do you got at your side here? It's a pretty cool little photo. Take a minute to kind of explain that to us here.
Well, I've got a picture. This picture was taken back in the '60s, and it's probably the year that my wife's grandfather actually was the Schuetzenfest king. But there's also a picture taken that we have in our house, and this is it, obviously, of my grandfather, Vincent Roster, and my wife's grandfather, Alphonse Wortman, having a beer at the Schuetzenfest back, whatever it is, 60 years ago. So, so I thought I'd bring it along just for the memorabilia piece of it, and so it's just something that they were having a beer before we were even alive, So it's kind of cool, just the way those things work out.
Now, Scott, it's named Schuetzenfest. It dates back well over 100 years. This is the 125. For folks that don't know, it's more than just a shooting festival or Germans getting together drinking beer. What does it mean to you and your family, or something that maybe somebody driving by wouldn't necessarily think of?
Well, I think the what it takes to put this on. I mean, if when you guys are here all day and you are participating in all the events that occur on this day, to celebrate our German heritage, our local German heritage, you can see all the excitement. There's like 63 guys shooting at the wooden bird, the Schuetzenfest, obviously, and so that it's just a union of a lot of people. Mostly Catholic men in this area that come together that just really enjoy being a part of their community and show their heritage, their excitement about being of German descent. So that's it.
Scott, thank you for your time and sharing all that wonderful information with us.
You bet. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Cindy Bruns, manager and ag lender at the Bank of Hardington Bloomfield Loan Production Office. I'm also a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hardington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
Imagine if Isaac Newton's yard didn't have an apple tree. There would be no apple to fall on his head. And we may have never figured out the law of gravity. Amazing things happen when you have trees.
Midwest Tree Moving, Hardington is ready to get your yard ready for the season. Fruit trees, maples, oaks, and more are ready for planting. Services also include trimming, tree removal, and evaluations. Stay away from people, but get as close as you'd like to a tree. Contact Midwest Tree Moving in Hardington.
Shop Easy south of Yankton on Highway 81 is about convenience, but also about making people smile with their bait, fishing tackle, and creating memories on a fun fishing trip. It is the place to start or end your day. With convenience at the pump, hot and cold foods, plenty of parking, and a place to sit and relax with friends, the staff invite you in to just shop easy. Owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation.
Hi, I'm Eric Hamus, Ag Loan Officer at the Bank of Hardington and a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hardington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We work with our clients to develop financial plans that help them meet their goals. We know that for our farmers, it is much more than a job, it's a way of life. How do we know? Because we are farmers and we are living it too.
And up next, we have East and West Catholic Elementary School. We lead our students to learn about Jesus. Think like Jesus in our actions and love and serve Jesus in our communities. If you're considering a quality education for your youngster, check out East and West Catholic Schools here in Cedar County. And up next, Bow Valley's own Art Cottle Appliance. With their service truck this morning, from heating and air appliances, cooling, plumbing, you name it. Third generation business right here in Bow Valley. And by golly, they have been to my place clear over by Niobrara, Nebraska, whether it's the middle of the night, in the middle of a blizzard, they're the folks to call. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Well, it's our good buddy Randy Dunn, the Mountain Man. Yes, from the 1800s. If you could roll the clock back 200 years, that's what you'd see being worn and what people look like in this area. And we have the Wynot Area Veterans Memorial, American Legion Post 31. Thank you for joining us this morning. Dennis Folkers traveling all the way from Randolph, Nebraska. And we have Edward Lange Jr., John Deere 70, owned by Edward Lange Jr., driven by grandson Austin Lange, son of 2005 King and Queen Brian and Stephanie Lange. Sharp looking rig there. Johnny Popper goes marching through. Sharp-looking 190 Alice there, land handler. 1971.
All right, Tom, for folks out there that don't know any better, what is Schuetzenfest? Let's start off real easy.
Okay, well, I don't know that that's an easy answer, but Schuetzenfest came from Germany, and what we do is we take a .30 caliber high-power gun, and we shoot a wooden bird off the pole. And when the bird falls off the pole, the last shooter is officially the king of the Schuetzenfest. And then he also has the opportunity to choose his queen, so it doesn't necessarily have to be his wife. It could be his sister, it could be his girlfriend, could be his mistress. You just never know how this deal works. You know, the Germans were a little wild and crazy and had a good time, so.
But that's what this is all about. There's a lot of German heritage. This town of Bow Valley was actually founded by Germans back in the day.
That's right. This hall was founded in 1896. The land that we're standing on was donated by one of my fellow board members, his family, and it's been in existence for 125 years. So we're here to have a good time and be safe, you know, and it's family oriented. It's just been a blast planning for it.
Well, I'm glad you went there because it's more than just a shooting competition. We have German dancing going on. We have all sorts of different festivities.
Right, and I don't know that I can even cover it all. I mean, we've had so many people involved in the planning of it. We've got $300 buried in a sand pile. You know, that's pretty simple. We're going to turn the kids loose on that later on. We had softball and baseball tournaments yesterday. We had a live band here, rock and roll band. They played some country mix also. And that particular band had played here in the early 80s, you know, when I was growing up. So it was really awesome to hear those sounds and to see the crowd, and everybody was pretty intense, and they were here to have a good time.
Now everybody's kind of looking for one or two things that they're really interested in. The parade is so big. What float or what type of what are you looking forward to as part of the parade?
Well, my favorite part is naturally when my brothers and I are all marching from Bow Valley down to the Bow Valley Hall. We're all dressed in white like this, and it's just we're all like brothers. We're in unison, we're marching, we're calling out a chant, military chant, and just kind of like our forefathers did. And it brings me back to wonder, how in the heck did they have fun in 1896? And here we are 125 years later and kind of mimicking what those people did. So it's been very awesome.
Tom, thank you for your time and sharing all that wonderful information with us.
You bet. It's a joy, and I'm glad to have NCN here, and we're looking forward to seeing it on TV. So thank you. Have a great day.
Everything we do is in search of more go. We go. So it goes. So you can go.
Contact Art Cottle Appliance in Bow Valley, your area train dealer, 402-254-6444 for installation and service.
It's hard to stop a train.
Life just got easier with Icon from Valley. Intelligent, easy, intuitive interface for your irrigation systems. Stop in at Heine Electric and Irrigation, your area location for Valley Irrigation, parts and service in Hardington and Vermilion. For revolutionary, powerful, edge-of-field Wi-Fi connected with freedom. Icon smart panels made easy by Valley.
Having bad luck bringing back the shine or getting to the bottom of the dirt?
Yes.
Let me guess. The hose didn't cut it?
Correct.
Sounds like you bought a pressure washer that was either too complicated or just plain ineffective.
Wow, you're good.
Fisher brand pressure washers are locally built. Our power washers are compact, easy to use, and provide plenty of power. The aluminum cleaners and strength of the sprayers brings back the shine and gets to the bottom of the dirt. Explore more at Fisher Supply in Hardington.
This is Faye from Faye's Furniture and Floor Covering in downtown Hardington. Watch how this older home comes to life with modern floor coverings. In the kitchen and dining room, we replaced dingy old carpets with a beautiful luxury vinyl tile. The stairway went from sculptured carpet to a beautiful patterned stair runner. It has been a joy seeing this historic home renovated to accommodate this family. Come see us at Faye's downtown Hardington for stylish carpets, luxury vinyl tiles, and much more.
There we go, Heine Electric and Irrigation. Your local Valley irrigation dealer. Some great sharp-looking classic cars there. WD-45, Alice. Wow, a whole cavalcade of Alice Chalmers tractors. And Alice with a new idea, manure spreader, the politician special, as we used to call it at KYNT when we were announcing parades together. A 190 XT, sharp-looking rig. What a nice assortment of Alice tractors. Fully restored. Lori, aren't they sharp?
They are very, very sharp, yes.
Start here with John. So, John, what do folks need to be looking out for here today? What is going on?
Well, first of all, we're starting off. We got the parade coming at 10 o'clock. Then we got the bird shooting it at 1 o'clock, where we go out and shoot the bird off the pole. There's food vendors. There's a coin dig. There's just a lot of fun for everybody to come have. We have a talent show going on, I believe. Supposed to start around 3. Depends when the bird gets knocked off, though. That kind of sets our schedule.
Now, kind of help me with the bird falling off here. I saw one year the 289th shooter actually knocked it off.
That's great.
How do you get that type of spot to be, not the first shooter, but maybe somewhere down in the 200s?
It's completely random. We had our shooters banquet last night, and we went through and had every shooter draw a name out of the hat, and that determined the order of shooting. So God willing, you're in the right order.
Now, this is the 125th year of this celebration. What makes it so special to give it this type of longevity?
Because it's a German heritage, and we're bringing one of the key components of our German heritage back to Bull Valley, Nebraska at the Bull Valley Hall with the Schuetzenfest. And it just brings people together, community together, grows young people into the community, and helps improve our personal contact with each other.
Those are some excellent points, because it's so much more than just a shooting festival called Schuetzenfest. What are some other things that folks need to be looking out for here today?
Well, I guess, like I said before, you got the food vendors and stuff, and I mean, just having a great time. And then, obviously when the bird comes down, they need to be watching out for some guys dressed in white having a couple beers.
Now, yeah, I just learned that. What's the significance to the bird actually falling down, and what actually gets opened up afterwards?
We kind of release the hounds, so to speak. The guys aren't allowed to drink at all before the shooting, obviously for safety purposes. But once it's down and they're hot and they need a little quenching of the thirst, we'll have it for them. So, yeah.
It wouldn't be a German festival, a true one, without a little bit of some brewhaus going on.
Yeah, the spirits will be flowing for sure.
No doubt about it. Now, we already kind of touched on it. There's so many things going on here that brings in this German heritage that's so intertwined with Bow Valley. What's one of the parade items or floats that you're really going to be looking forward to seeing here today?
The Bull Valley Schuetzenfest Marchers. 64 guys lined up in 4 squads marching through the parade with the Legion riders and everybody in front of us that's, important. And we have some military guys in there, so that's cool. And just get here.
Guys, I want to thank all of you for taking a minute here and sharing some of that information with us. Sure. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Marie Haar, Vice President and Ag Lender at Bank of Hartington, and a Northeast Nebraska dairy and beef producer. Whether it's developing a marketing strategy, a break-even analysis, or cash flow projections, at the Bank of Hartington, we understand the ever-changing demands and challenges of today's grain and livestock producers. We understand these challenges because we are farmers, and we're living it too.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. We never stop because life never stops.
Contact Art Cottle Appliance in Bow Valley, your area train dealer, 402-254-6444 for installation and service.
It's hard to stop a train.
Cruzy True Value is more than a hardware store, offering a variety of things such as giftware, housewares, major appliances, TVs, and paint for inside your home and out. From lawn chairs to grills to plumbing and electrical, we have it here for you in Hartington. Our large department of canning supplies, from lids to jars, accommodates all things canning. So stop in and talk to us about your lawn and garden needs, and check out our rental department. Buy what you want, rent what you need to help you out with your home projects.
Shop Easy south of Yankton on Highway 81 is about convenience, but also about making people smile with their bait, fishing tackle, and creating memories on a fun fishing trip. It is the place to start or end your day. With convenience at the pump, hot and cold foods, plenty of parking, and a place to sit and relax with friends, the staff invite you in to just shop easy. Owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation.
Okay, here we go. B&B Locker, located in Wynot, Nebraska, established in 1998. 23 years strong, family owned. Mick and Karen Beckman, famously known for their delicious German pork sausage. Stop in and see us. We'd like to meet, M-E-A-T, with you. Very nice. Okay, up next we have D&W Racing, Eric Derrickson, and Adam Wardman. They would like to thank our sponsors, Hardington Auto and Truck Parts, Top Crop, H&N Repair, AJ Auto, and AJ Auto Hospital. Auto Hospital, wasn't that a soap opera? That was General Hospital. Northeast Nebraska Hunting and Fishing, Weasler Construction, and Samantha Derrickson Studios. There we go. Hardington Auto and Truck Parts, appropriate following people that do racing. It's Napa, that's right, delivering from Newcastle to Crofton to Wausau and everywhere in between. Call Hardington Auto Truck Parts for all of your parts needs. Napa, it's Napa know-how. And now we have Todd and Jean Wiebelhaus in their 1929 Ford Roadster. Well, it's their car. Doesn't look like Todd and Jean. They went through earlier. Who are these two outlaws that took off with their car? Son-in-laws. There we go. I was going to say, I saw you go through earlier. You really are fast, Jean, if you were able to get 2 cars through here in one parade. Oh, my heart goes out to this tractor right here, Farmall Super H. Mick Weisler, driven by Ethan Hochstein, purchased by former 1995 King Gary Hochstein. His best friend Mick Weisler purchased and restored. Gary's grandson Ethan Hochstein driving the tractor. This was always Gary's dream, and Mickey made it happen. Great story, and one of my favorite pieces of farm equipment you could ever find. Farmall H tractor there. A 1966 1206. That was a big boy in its day. Dave Folkers. And Paul and Deb were the drivers today. Fully restored, 1206. Didn't see many of those, especially with a white fender scheme. Sharp-looking rig. I'm still partial to International, Lori, considering the fact my family had a dealership.
I see that.
Okay, 450. One of the most versatile tractors International Harvester made. Joe Folkers from Hardington driving the 1958 Farmall 450. And we have a Farmall M, a 1947. Back in the 40s, if you were farming with one of those, you were farming big time. Driven by Eric Sage. Tractor belongs to Dave Folkers. Another one of Dave's rigs, the Farmall F20, the precursor to the H's in the M series, the F20 from 1938, owned by Dave Folkers and driven by Lonnie Folkers. 4020, and now we're going green. John Deere 4020 diesel. That was the tractor that made John Deere right there, folks.
All right, so Roger, what all do we got going on here today?
Well, this morning we start out with a parade, and then after the parade's over, we come down here, and there's all kinds of festivities down here at the park. We go out and we shoot the bird at 1 o'clock. There's a cornhole tournament at like 2 o'clock. There's a talent show. There's a coin dig for the kids. There's many things going on today.
Over $300 in the dig I heard today. Jace, are you going to be running over there, getting in on that?
Maybe.
Now, you're wearing the traditional white here. Does that mean you're going to be a marksman? Is he going to have a 30-30 in his hand today?
No.
No? When does that start?
Well, you have to be age 21 to become a member. Okay. And we get these junior marchers involved so they know what it's all about, and they get the anxiety to continue on the tradition that we do here.
So they're not quite ready to partake in the Shootin' Festival as far as that regard, and I'm guessing they probably can't get in on some of the maybe traditional German beverages that are going to be partaken a little later either?
No, not yet. I guess there's a certain age that you have to be to get in on that drinking part of it, but they'll have plenty of soda pops, I'm sure.
Sioux City sarsaparilla, my favorite. So Jace, what is your favorite part about Schuetzenfest here today? What are you looking forward to?
The grease pig contest at 5.
Oh my goodness. For folks that don't know what that is out there, explain what goes into that type of contest. What is happening?
So a pig gets covered in grease. I'm going to have about a 30-pound pig. And then you have to pick it up with gloves that are covered in grease, and you have to put it in a barrel.
My goodness. So you have to run this down, catch it, pick it up, and put it in a barrel?
Yeah.
For folks that don't know it, that aren't familiar with Bow Valley and the German heritage here and the Schuetzenfest in general, what's the one thing that people maybe need to take note of, or you hope they kind of walk away with after watching this broadcast?
Well, it's just about our heritage and what we celebrate, what our forefathers brought to this country, and the reason we're here. There's a lot of forefathers that came before us that we don't know why they came here, but we're celebrating the freedom that we have.
That's a terrific point, this being the 125th Shooting Festival. Guys, I want to thank you for taking a minute and sharing all that wonderful information with me.
Thank you for having us.
Imagine if Isaac Newton's yard didn't have an apple tree. There would be no apple to fall on his head. And we may have never figured out the law of gravity. Amazing things happen when you have trees.
Midwest Tree Moving, Hardington is ready to get your yard ready for the season. Fruit trees, maples, oaks, and more are ready for planting. Services also include trimming, tree removal, and evaluations. Stay away from people, but get as close as you'd like to a tree. Contact Midwest Tree Moving in Hardington.
This is Faye from Faye's Furniture and Floor Covering in downtown Hardington. Watch how this older home comes to life with modern floor coverings. In the kitchen and dining room, we replaced dingy old carpets with a beautiful luxury vinyl tile. The stairway went from sculptured carpet to a beautiful patterned stair runner. It has been a joy seeing this historic home renovated to accommodate this family. Come see us at Faye's downtown Hardington for stylish carpets, luxury vinyl tiles, and much more.
Hi, I'm Brett Wiedenfeld, Chief Financial Officer and Ag Lender at the Bank of Hardington. And I'm also a Northeast Nebraska pork producer. At the Bank of Hardington, we have the tools and knowledge to help your operation grow. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
Everything we do is in search of more go. We go. So it goes. So you can go.
Contact Art Cottle Appliance in Bow Valley, your area train dealer, 402-254-6444 for installation and service.
It's hard to stop a train.
Another sharp-looking rig there. We got a 1958 John Deere 530. Tate Gunther driving Grandpa's tractor, Dean Lammers. That's his rig. Looking sharp there. I mowed a lot of hay with one of those out in the sandhills of Nebraska some 35 years ago. Sam Gaden with a 1968 Chevy short box, four-wheel drive. There you go. Like a rock, there's a good old Chevy for you. We have Kenny and Christy Cruzy driving a 1955 cab-over truck with a 5.9 Cummins engine and 1911 International, famous gas engine on the back. I've seen some stationary engines, but there's nothing stationary about that thing. That's pretty portable. Quite the rig, water-cooled and all. Very nice. We have Nick Cruzy there, the 1969 John Deere 2520 Power Shift. One of the more rare John Deeres. Well restored, sharp looking rig. Oh, beautiful stained glass by Cruzy Stained Glass. Kenny Cruzy and the crew church and home stained glass construction and restoration for over 23 years. Give them a call, 357-2107, for all of your stained glass installation and maintenance and repair. A John Deere 460 belongs to Jerome and Beverly Mueller for the Tri-State Old Iron Association, dedicated to the celebration and preservation of Midwest agricultural heritage. Sharp-looking tractor there. Ooh, still love that sound, Lori. Leon Becker there with a Ford N, restored by Leon, 1953. John Deere 4020 with duals, and that looks like a front wheel assist as well, if I'm correct. Kind of a rare find. The Mick Hochstein family, correct? Okay, there we go. Sharp-looking grain cart as well. When you were farming with one of those, you were farming big time. 4020 diesel. Still one of the sharpest tractors ever. I know I'm partial to red, but when it comes to the 40 and 30 series John Deeres, those were the tractors that really were the big breakover point. 1970 through 72, John Deere 3020, 4020, 4000. 9 altogether, along with the grain cart, the Mick Hochstein family. Thanks again for joining us for our celebration and parade today, guys. We're going green in a good way.
Good to go? All right, so we're being joined by royalty here, some former kings and queens. Now, funny story, you just kind of went over it there a little bit with us off camera. How does one become queen of the Schuetzenfest?
Well, you pray that your king does, the guy, husband, whoever, does not shoot the bird off, but if he does, then they come and announce that you are now the queen. And you say to him, it's not good. It's not.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown, right?
Yeah. It's a lot of work after, I mean, that's why we do this all again, because the kings and queens help, and it takes a village.
And it's so much fun. So many people coming from really across the nation. I heard people from Pennsylvania are here for the 125th Schuetzenfest Festival. Now, what does it mean to you to be part of the community and still engaged so heavily, and then seeing a turnout like this?
It's great, great. Everybody working together and make it this way, and it's awesome.
And for the folks out there that don't know, how does one become the king?
Well, you keep shooting at the bird until it falls down, and if you shoot the bird down, then, well, you're it, and then you got to look out for what's ahead of you.
Now, everybody uses the same caliber rifle, a 30-30, and I heard it took up to almost 300 shots one year. What's the key into actually getting that final shot and knocking it off?
Well, you really don't know. You just keep shooting until something falls down.
And we asked your husband about what it means to the community as a whole. What does it mean to you personally to see this type of turnout and all these wonderful people here?
It's just great. It's just, you know, our German heritage means a lot, and it's just overwhelming, just fantastic.
It really is a town of 120 people. You have 120 people just right here behind us, right, and many more are coming in, of course, to partake in the many festivals that are coming up here. So, guys, thank you so much for spending some time with us and sharing that really cool, awesome information.
Thank you. Thank you.
Having bad luck bringing back the shine or getting to the bottom of the dirt?
Yes.
Let me guess. The hose didn't cut it?
Correct.
Sounds like you bought a pressure washer that was either too complicated or just plain ineffective.
Wow, you're good.
Fisher brand pressure washers are locally built. Our power washers are compact, easy to use, and provide plenty of power. The aluminum cleaners and strength of the sprayers brings back the shine and gets to the bottom of the dirt. Explore more at Fisher Supply in Hardington.
Hi, I'm Brett Wiedenfeld, Chief Financial Officer and Ag Lender at the Bank of Hartington, and I'm also a Northeast Nebraska pork producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we have the tools and knowledge to help your operation grow. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. We never stop because life never stops.
Contact Art Cottle Appliance in Bow Valley, your area train dealer, 402-254-6444 for installation and service.
It's hard to stop a train.
Shop Easy south of Yankton on Highway 81 is about convenience, but also about making people smile with their bait, fishing tackle, and creating memories on a fun fishing trip. It is the place to start or end your day. With convenience at the pump, hot and cold foods, plenty of parking, and a place to sit and relax with friends, the staff invite you in to just shop easy. Owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation.
With the Henniker cab, you were really doing something in those days, Lori, when you had the Henniker cab that went with your tractor.
Oh, yeah. It's come a long way even from there now.
I know, considering that now everything's just pretty much with a digital console and air conditioning and air ride seats. Yes, that is a lot of work. I'll tell you what, that's one tractor that's held its value and increased its value. We should have went out and bought a half dozen of those things years ago.
Why didn't you do that, man?
I know. We could have invested in Gone Green. Okay, up next we have Hymas Farms, a 4010, and we're going to have 6 4020s. This is unbelievable. Laverle Hymas, 1963 4010. Again, one of the more rarer finds in the 30 and 40 series from John Deere. 1969 4020. Yes, those were the tractors that really were the breaking point where John Deere took the lead in the tractor world. Yes, lots of young fellers there that weren't even a thought when these tractors were on the showroom floor. Thanks again for joining us, guys. So nice to see all of you and all these wonderful restored John Deeres going through. And I'll tell you, it's appropriate, after having the cavalcade of green go through, that we would have Grossenberg Implement. That's their next entry here. A 3033R tractor and a 1025R compact tractor. Grossenberg Implement, your John Deere dealer for Northeast Nebraska and for Central South Dakota. Celebrating nearly 90 years in the John Deere business. Hartington, Bloomfield, Wayne. Security Bank. Keep your money secure with Security Bank. Locations in Hartington, Laurel, Osmond, Allen, and Coleridge. That's my kind of bank. It really is. Member FDIC. Throwing out frisbees. There you go. And up next, we have Top Crop. Glenn Taney, one of their contact people there. Top Crop offers all of your seeding needs for commercial seeding and erosion control. And looks like if you're getting a little too warm, they can also cool you off. I see quite a bit of water spray there. Oh, look, there's the duck on the pole. That's a lot bigger than the one that, yes, they even shot it with a water cannon. There you go. Cedar County Veterinary Services, Doctors Ben and Aaron Schrader. On horse Missy, foal Mabel, Dr. Aaron on wagon pulled by draft horse Victor and son Chase Schrader in the 1929 Ford as well, somewhere along the line.
All right, well, once again, I'm being joined by some royalty here at the Schuetzenfest Festival. Now, we have a current queen and a former queen. I asked one beforehand, but what exactly goes into the responsibilities of being the queen?
Well, we have to help out with the Schuetzenfest and plan, and we attend parades. Doris helps make stripes on the pants. We do all kinds of activities for the Schuetzenfest from here on out.
Sounds like a lot really does go into this, but it's kind of a labor of love, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's a community effort, and I have done most of the green stripes on the pantses, and I make these.
Okay, now for the folks at home that don't know any better, when you're saying the green stripes on the pants, what is that? What does that mean?
It represents the army that was in Germany, and they brought those colors here to the States when they came here.
So much wonderful German heritage that goes into this. What does it mean to you personally to see such a great turnout like this?
Oh, it's awesome. So many people have worked so hard for this activity for actually 6 years. It was canceled last year due to COVID. So they've worked so hard, and lots of long hours have gone into this, and it's just awesome to see so many people out celebrating.
And it sounds like there's bragging rights for 5 years when you become the king and queen, but there's also a little bit of footwork that goes into that as well, isn't there?
Oh yes, there does. We put in a lot of night hours, meetings that end up at 11 o'clock at night, and a lot of them have to go to work the next day. And,
yep. No doubt about it. Well, ladies,
great fun doing it.
It is, and this is a wonderful festival, and you see so many smiles. It's just good to see. You mentioned the year off, back at it this year though, and it's back in a big way, isn't it?
It really is. Both days we've had lovely weather yesterday and today, and there's just so many people. Everybody's just anxious to celebrate.
Ladies, thank you so much for taking a minute and sharing that awesome, wonderful information with us.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
You betcha.
Cruzy True Value is more than a hardware store, offering a variety of things such as giftware, housewares, major appliances, TVs, and paint for inside your home and out. From lawn chairs to grills to plumbing and electrical, we have it here for you in Hartington. Our large department of canning supplies, from lids to jars, accommodates all things canning. So stop in and talk to us about your lawn and garden needs, and check out our rental department. Buy what you want, rent what you need to help you out with your home projects.
Life just got easier with Icon from Valley. Intelligent, easy, intuitive interface for your irrigation systems. Stop in at Heine Electric and Irrigation, your area location for Valley Irrigation, parts and service in Hartington and Vermilion. for revolutionary, powerful, edge-of-field Wi-Fi connected with freedom. Icon smart panels made easy by Valley.
Hi, I'm Eric Amos, Ag Loan Officer at the Bank of Hartington and a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We work with our clients to develop financial plans that help them meet their goals. We know that for our farmers, it is much more than a job, it's a way of life. How do we know? Because we are farmers and we are living it too.
This is Faye from Faye's Furniture and Floor Covering in downtown Hartington. Watch how this older home comes to life with modern floor coverings. In the kitchen and dining room, we replaced dingy old carpets with a beautiful luxury vinyl tile. The stairway went from sculptured carpet to a beautiful patterned stair runner. It has been a joy seeing this historic home renovated to accommodate this family. Come see us at Faye's downtown Hartington for stylish carpets, luxury vinyl tiles, and much more.
Some longhorn cattle there. Oh, you're really farming when you have one of those. Big John Deere. 60-30. And we want to remind you to tune in to Nat Geo for the ongoing story of Heartland Docks, Ben and Aaron Schrader and their family. We understand Nat Geo is with us today filming, so thank you to their crew being here with us. Midwest Tree Moving, my people, Gerald and Jerry Fisher, my relatives on the other side of the pond, with the MTA and the big tree spade. And the Super M with the catgut pulley on it as well. Hi, Jolene. My people, Lori, my people. And Fisher Feed and Supply with the HTA. There's a rare rig. I don't believe too many of those made it out of Chicago, Illinois. And we have Jones Feed and Grain and Trucking located in Wynot, established in 2001. Owner Charles Jones of Wynot, operating 11 units, serving the Midwest, hauling feed, fertilizer, and grain for all of your agricultural needs. They thank you for your patronage. Congratulations to the Bow Valley Park Association on 125 years. Also, Jones Racing, operated and drivers Tanner Anderson and next year Dominic Anderson. 600cc micro sprints. Started this year as 6 top 10 finishes and 2 top 5s. Races in Stewart, Nebraska, weekly, and in Norfolk, Nebraska. There we go, one really big sprayer. Central Valley Ag, where the customer comes first, with locations all over eastern Nebraska and central Nebraska. Your full-service farmers cooperative. And we have now our neighbors just to the west. That's right, Fordyce Co-op with Old Red fertilizer spreader tender. Big tires, big fluffy tires, Lori. Big floater tires. And even bigger but narrower with their 5550 sprayer. The Case Trident. Your full-service, locally owned and operated farmers cooperative in downtown Fordyce, Nebraska. Well, by golly, Grosenbergs were so much fun the first time they went through that we have now part 2. A John Deere 8R340. That is one quiet running tractor. I think a sewing machine makes more noise than this one does.
Oh, yeah, especially a singer.
Yes, yes. Jerry's Service. Call on Jerry's for all of your bulk oil and fuel needs, serving the surrounding area since 1980. And when I was farming, Lori, that's where my fuel came from. They deliver a long ways, clear all the way over by Niobrara, Nebraska.
I see him on the road a lot.
Thanks again, guys. You'll never run out of gas when you go with Jerry's Service. And up next, we have Kleinschmidt Transport. The Phillips family, Paul, Amy, Hannah, Austin, Donnie, Dylan, and Dalton, a proud employee of Kleinschmidt Transport. For all of your local and long-distance hauling needs, give them a call. Kleinschmidt Transport, 360-0662. And up next, Scott Heine Farms. Now we go. Bow Valley, there you go. With that quad track. It's just like it's hovering, like a hovercraft or a magic carpet.
Like we're on the moon.
I know, it's just like the lunar rover there. Thanks again, guys. It's interesting how it still reminds me of the original 2+2s that International made back in the 70s. The same design.
And they're coming back around.
Yes, they are. Well, by golly, just like Motel 6, they'll leave the light on for you. It's Cedar Knox Public Power with their big bucket truck. Your local rural electric provider, Cedar Knox. Serving all of Cedar County and the surrounding area, also eastern Knox County. Thanks for keeping the lights on.
All right, so once again, folks, we're being joined by some royalty here, some former kings and queens. Brian, what was the trick for you to actually make that shot and become king back in 2005?
Line up the dots, the bird to your sights, and pull the trigger. Squeeze the trigger.
Squeeze the trigger. Now, what all it entails becoming the queen then? It sounds like you really just get a lot thrown on your lap there by no doing of your own.
Yeah, really, I guess I haven't really done a lot. I was quite surprised when he knocked the bird off, and I guess he could have picked somebody else, so.
Now, what does that mean to you when you hear your queen say, I was a little surprised he made the shot?
Kind of hurts my feeling, but I would have never picked anybody else but her.
Very good. Now, in years past, I've heard it took over 250, 280 shots to knock the bird off the totem pole. What is the key to actually doing that, or is it just guessing by golly?
Pretty much you're blowing the whole pole and the bird apart, the bottom side where it's pinned in, and it just takes that many shots and that time, and you get her down after a while. So
now that's kind of the centerpiece of the Schuetzenfest festival, the shooting contest. There's a lot more things and activities that go into this. What's one of your favorites?
My favorite is probably the parade, actually. Yeah.
Well, and we've been cutting in and out from the parade. It's a wonderful parade, huge parade, over an hour long. So with that, let's get back to that parade. And I want to thank you guys for taking a minute and sharing those wonderful stories with us.
Thank you for coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. We never stop because life never stops.
Contact Art Cottle Appliance in Bow Valley, your area train dealer, 402-254-6444 for installation and service.
It's hard to stop a train.
Life just got easier with Icon from Valley. Intelligent, easy, intuitive interface for your irrigation systems. Stop in at Heine Electric and Irrigation, your area location for Valley irrigation, parts and service in Hartington and Vermilion. For revolutionary, powerful, edge-of-field Wi-Fi connected with freedom. Icon smart panels made easy by Valley.
Shop Easy south of Yankton on Highway 81 is about convenience, but also about making people smile with their bait, fishing tackle, and creating memories on a fun fishing trip. It is the place to start or end your day. With convenience at the pump, hot and cold foods, plenty of parking, and a place to sit and relax with friends, the staff invite you in to just shop easy. Owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation.
Hi, I'm Marie Haar, Vice President and Ag Lender at Bank of Hartington, and a Northeast Nebraska dairy and beef producer. Whether it's developing a marketing strategy, a break-even analysis, or cash flow projections, at the Bank of Hartington, we understand the ever-changing demands and challenges of today's grain and livestock producers. We understand these challenges because we are farmers, and we're living it too.
And I believe we have Top Crop there. Yep, for all of your seed and drilling needs, Top Crop has cover crop and small grains available and can drill them for you. I believe that based on the size of that drill, they can drill your grains in for you. Big drill, big drill. And Mike Zuer is driving today for Kleinschmidt Trucking with her 2020 International LT. And our good friends from Wynot, Nebraska with the Wynot Fire Department. Thanks again for joining us this morning. Thank you for protecting and keeping us safe here in the Bow Valley area. We're so blessed to be surrounded by so many great fire departments and all volunteers. And our good friends from the Hartington Fire Department. We're so blessed, Lori, to live in an area with so many great volunteer fire departments.
I don't think we can thank them enough.
You know, they deserve our thanks continually, because whether it's the middle of the night or in the midst of the day when they're at their job or their businesses or at their farm working, when they get that page, they drop everything and run. They put their lives on hold for us, so make sure that you thank your local fire and EMS.
Absolutely. Every little small town, what would we do without them?
And this is why I say we're blessed in all the little communities around here. Fordyce, we had Wynot, Hartington, Fordyce. We're protected from every direction here in Bow Valley. And the Fordyce Fire Department, good morning, guys. How you doing? Thanks for coming over. Well, with that, that's the conclusion of our grand parade. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us for the Schuetzenfest Grand Parade. Thank you for the Park Association and everybody in Bow Valley that made this possible, for everybody that was in the parade, and thank you, of course, to everybody that made it a point to attend.
All right, thank you, Matt, for doing a wonderful job hosting this year's parade. With that, we're going to go catch up with the shooters over at the Schuetzenfest shooting contest.
Okay, I understand we're going to start out with our dignitary shooters. The first one being Ken Willenberg from the 5 Mile House of Westside, Iowa. He's shooting the rifle that he won here last year, so it's quite an honor that not only is he here shooting for us today, but it came from here. Well, we hit it. There you go, the inaugural shot. Up next, we have Greg Healy with the 5 Mile House from Deloitte, Iowa. Okay, up next, Tom Wagner from the 5 Mile House of Westside, Iowa. Yep, we had a hit there. Up next, we have Jerry Backhouse, also from Westside, Iowa, with the 5 Mile House. There you go, Jerry. There we go. Up next, we have Aaron Peterson, also from the 5 Mile House from Iowa. Thank you for joining us today from Iowa. Up next, we have Alan Krabanoff from the Omaha Schuetzenbrine. Good shot there. David Hallrath with the German American Society from Omaha. Another honored guest dignitary, Maya Knutson. Maya Knutson is a 4-H national shooter. Good shot there. We have Jason Toktajian from KCAU Television, your ABC affiliate in Sioux City. our reigning royalty, Todd Wiebelhaus and Jean Wiebelhaus. Okay, up next we have Karen and Danny Taney, the 2010 royalty. Up next, we have Stephanie and Brian Lange, the 2005 royalty. Wow, that went bang. There we go. The 2000 royalty, Mary and Rick Pinkelman. Doris Hochstein, being assisted by Gail Brummer today. Oh, this is the Langes. I'm one off, I apologize. So we have the 2005 royalty, Stephanie and Brian Lange. Now we have Rick and Mary Pinkelman. Well, this is Brian Lange. 2 shots every time, okay? Gotcha. Good shots there, Langes. Now we have the Pinkelmans, the 2000 royalty. Good job there, Mary. Now we have Rick Pinkelman here, the 2000 king. And now we have Doris Hochstein, 1996 queen, will be assisted by son-in-law Gail Brummer today. Good shot there, Doris. Up next, we have Greg Heine with the Cedar County Fair, president of the Cedar County Fair Board. And a big thanks to Greg and the Fair Board for their assistance in promoting Schuetzenfest. We do appreciate it. Good shot there, Greg. Up next, we have Kevin Becker with St. Helena Social Club. Oh, good shot. And last but not least of our dignitaries, Father Jim Kiter. Father Jim. Thank you, Father. And with that, that is our dignitaries.
So Clint, what all goes into being the chairman of a festival like this?
To tell you the truth, I've been blessed with a lot of board members, and we work all together. It's really not that. It's been fun, and it's not as big of a deal as what it takes up a little bit of time, but with as much fun as we have, it's all worth it.
Well, and I heard earlier it takes a village, and I mean that's exactly what's going on here. It's like the entire community of Bow Valley is really coming together.
Absolutely. It's not just Bow Valley. It is Hartington, it is Wynant, it is Fordyce, it is Crofton. Laurel, I think, has some play in this too. It's St. Helena for sure. We have got the Cedar County Fair has been great with us too. We just all come together and we've made this thing happen. It's been very enjoyable to work with all these guys.
And how awesome is it for you to see so many people coming back home to be part of this festival? I heard some folks traveled from Kansas, Pennsylvania. Really, this is kind of a national event this year.
Yes. It is so great to have family come home and then see this place back almost in its prime, I guess. We feel like it's been a pretty good turnout here, and we are very excited to just keep it going.
Well, who better than the chair to kind of explain to the folks at home what all happens during this festival? Because it started earlier this week, and there were some things that happened a couple days ago as well.
Well, I guess, setting everything up, yes. Technically, it started Saturday, and we had a baseball game early in the morning Saturday, and then we had horseshoe pits, and then we went to Mass to celebrate our German heritage at our Catholic church in Bow Valley, beautiful church. And then we made our way down here, raised the flag for the hall, had a beautiful banquet with the shooters, and made a list to shoot out here today. And then we had a big, beautiful party out here last night with a band, outdoor bands, and lots of fun.
So good to see so many folks coming together, kind of after a year, just a crazy year, taking things off like this.
Yes, yeah. It was crazy, but it gave us an extra year to plan too, which was enjoyable. To spend more time with my board members and stuff, it's been a lot of fun. And yeah, today is going to be great we're going to get the bird shooting. I'm sure you're going to catch some of that. And we got a lot of kids games going on today, and it should be just a blast.
Clint, thank you for your time and sharing all that really cool information with us.
All right, thank you.
Hi, I'm Cindy Bruns, manager and ag lender at the Bank of Hartington Bloomfield Loan Production Office. I'm also a Northeast Nebraska beef producer. At the Bank of Hartington, we strive to build relationships based on trust and service that last generations. We understand the challenges facing our producers and are eager to assist with all the financial needs of your farm. We understand the challenges because our ag lenders have true ag experience.
Cruzy True Value is more than a hardware store, offering a variety of things such as giftware, housewares, major appliances, TVs, and paint for inside your home and out. From lawn chairs to grills to plumbing and electrical, we have it here for you in Hardington. Our large department of canning supplies, from lids to jars, accommodates all things canning. So stop in and talk to us about your lawn and garden needs, and check out our rental department. Buy what you want, rent what you need to help you out with your home projects.
Life just got easier with Icon from Valley. Intelligent, easy, intuitive interface for your irrigation systems. Stop in at Heine Electric and Irrigation, your area location for Valley Irrigation, parts and service in Hardington and Vermilion. For revolutionary, powerful, edge-of-field Wi-Fi connected with freedom. Icon smart panels made easy by Valley.
Shop Easy south of Yankton on Highway 81 is about convenience, but also about making people smile with their bait, fishing tackle, and creating memories on a fun fishing trip. It is the place to start or end your day. With convenience at the pump, hot and cold foods, plenty of parking, and a place to sit and relax with friends, the staff invite you in to just shop easy. Owned and operated by the Santee Sioux Nation.
Okay, Jacob Haar, our first shooter today. Whoa, good shot there, Jacob Haar. A big chunk of bye-bye birdie right there, folks. Okay, up next we have Chris Cry. Next on deck, Kobe Sudbeck. There we go. Next on deck, Kurt Potts. Up next, Steve Naker. The bird is holding strong so far. Five-year-old cottonwood's what the bird is made out of. Up next, we have Joe Potts. Jody Cook, next on deck. Austin Mann. Austin Mann, our 8th shooter today. Brian Lange on deck. Ian Folkers is up next. Delon Cottle. Next on deck, Tom Wiebelhaus. Colton Schieffer. The bird is staying strong thus far. Okay, Craig Lammers next on deck. Mark Mauk is up next. Tim Nissen next on deck. Our 16th shooter. Good job there, Turner Korth. Five-year-old aged seasoned cottonwood. Roger Lange. Next up, Ron Lauer. Good shot. Next on deck, Ed Lange, our 20th shooter. 20 of 64, folks. Good shot there. Gerald Schulte will be next on deck. Up next, Noah Naker. Rob Lenzen next on deck. Cody Taney. Up next, Quincy Joslin. As the bird holds fast to the top of the pole. Roy Creekmore. Next on deck, Lloyd Sudbeck next on deck. Number 27. There you go, Lloyd. Up next, Mark Naker. Aaron Wickelman next on deck. Up next, Curtis Cottle. We now have had 30 shooters go through. Up next, Brian Pinkelman. Connor Woobin, our 32nd shooter on deck. And Elton's grandson. Yeah, there we go. A little bit of birdie flew away. Danny Hymas up next. Ray Kaiser, our 34th shooter. Oh, on a wing and a prayer. There we go, Ray Kaiser. One wing goes down. There we go. Up next, Wes Naker, our 35th shooter. On a wing and a prayer. Bird looks like it's waving hello to us. Mike Ewing. Brian Sudbeck. Brian Sudbeck up on deck. Up next now, Mike Ewing. Whoa! Up next on deck, Joe Naker. The bird is missing one of 3 appendages so far. Next on deck, Linus Lange. Good shot there, Linus, one of our senior guard members there. Up next, our 40th shooter, Matt Potts on deck. Good shot there. Up next, Cole Wiebelhaus. Next on deck, Tyler Cottle. Good shot there, Tyler. Our 43rd shooter next on deck, Dwayne Schieffer. Good shot there, Dwayne. Rick Naker next on deck. Outstanding shot there, Rick. Our 44th shooter, up next, Todd Knutson, our 45th shooter. Elvin Cottle. Next on deck, Todd Pinkelman. Greg Sudbeck, our 48th shooter on deck. Dan Fisher on deck for 49th shooter. Terry Korth next on deck, our 50th shooter. We've been through 50 so far. Josh Wiebelhaus. Jimmy Taney next on deck. As the bird holds strong, minus a wing. Whoa! It's a hit. Randy Naker next on deck. Whoa! John Lange next on deck. Sure. Thank you. John Broderson, our 55th shooter. It's a hit. Shane Kleinschmidt next on deck. Wes Wordman. Next on deck, Todd Wiebelhaus. A little less bird there. Gail Brummer up next. Oh! Wing is a little more severed than before. Terry Lange, our 60th shooter. Our 61st shooter, Hal Taney. Oh! The wing is completely off. Hal Taney taking down one complete wing there. It's fully severed. Our 62nd shooter now, Seth Wiebelhaus. Tom Fisher. And Clint Pinkelman. Okay, that's all 64 shooters cycled through. A couple announcements. We want to remind you that we have cars parked where the horseshoe pits are at. We need to move those for the cornhole tournament that'll be set up in a little bit. And the junior shooters, junior marchers, get first dibs when the bird comes down. Okay, we're cycling through to the top of the order. Jacob Haar. Chris Cry back on deck again. Whoa! More birdie flies away. Kobe Sudbeck. Another chunk flies off. Kurt Potts. Oh! The bird is going down parts and pieces. Steve Naker next on deck. Joe Potts. Another chunk flies off the bird. Jody Cook taking the second shot at it here. Oh, a big, big chunk of bird flew off there. Austin Mann. Brian Lange. The bird is coming apart at the seams. Ian Folkers back up on deck. Followed by DeLon Cottle. Oh, chipping away at it. Tom Wiebelhaus cycles through the second shot here. Tom Wiebelhaus. Colton Schieffer. Followed by Craig Lammers. Mark Mauk back on deck. Tim Nissen. Up next, Turner Korth. Roger Lange back on deck. Chipping away at it, Ron Lauer. A little more bird goes away, Ed Lange. Good shot there, Ed. Gerald Schulte back on deck. Followed by Noah Naker. I imagine the back end of the bird is about shot through. Rob Lenzen. Followed by Cody Taney, our second cycle for the 24th shooter here. Quincy Joslin next up on deck. Roy Creekmore up on deck. Whoa! More bird flies away. Lloyd Sedbeck up next. Lloyd, bring her down, buddy. Very nice shot. Mark Naker up next. Aaron Wickelman up next. Curtis Cottle up next. Brian Pinkelman on deck. Connor Woodman. Danny Hymas. Ray Kaiser on deck. Wes Naker. Whoa! Brian Sudbeck. Many shots, but the bird is still holding together up there. Mike Ewing on deck. Oh, Joe Naker on deck. Linus Lange. Matt Potts on deck. Our 40th shooter here on the second cycle. Cole Wiebelhaus. Tyler Cottle on deck. Dwayne Schieffer. Rick Naker. Oh, good shot there, Rick. Todd Knutson. Oh, the other wing is partially severed. Elvin Cottle. Todd Pinkelman. Bring the other wing all the way off there, buddy. Greg Sudbeck. chunk comes off. Dan Fisher. Yeah. Oh, the wing is gone. Dan Fisher takes the other wing completely off. Terry Korth. Josh Wiebelhaus. Oh, another chunk comes off. Jimmy Taney. Randy Naker. John Lange. John Broderson. Take her off at the feet. Oh! And he did. Shane Kleinschmidt. Oh! Wes Wortman. Oh, another chunk off. Todd Wiebelhaus up next. The bird is getting whittled down. Whoa! Another chunk gone. Gail Brummer up next. Terry Lange. Our 60th shooter here in our second cycle. Hal Taney. Seth Wiebelhaus. Tom Fisher. Clint Pinkelman. That's 2 full cycles of 64 shooters. Jacob Haar. Oh, Chris Cry. Kobe Sudbeck. Bring her down, buddy. Bring her down. Kurt Potts. Steve Naker. bye-bye birdie parts. Joe Potts up next. Jody Cook. Making some sawdust out of the bird there, Austin Mann. Brian Lange. Ian Folkers. Oh, chipping away at it, DeLon Connell. Tom Wiebelhaus. Oh! Another chunk gone. Colton Schieffer. Oh! Craig Lammers. The base of the bird's getting a little smaller, so is the body. Whittling her way. Mark Mauk. Tim Nissen. Turner Korth. Roger Lange. Oh! Ron Lauer. Oh! Ed Lange. Gerald Schulte. Noah Naker. Our 22nd shooter in our third cycle. Oh! Chipping away at it. Rob Lenzen. Bree Taney. Whoa! There's a big chunk. Quincy Joslin. Getting to be less and less bird all the time. Roy Creekmore. Lloyd Sudbeck. Mark Naker. Aaron Wickelman. Curtis Cottle. On our third cycle, our 30th shooter. Whoa! Brian Pinkelman. Yeah! Connor Woman. Danny Hymas. Oh, Ray Kaiser. Go, Kaiser. Wes Naker. Oh, the head is gone. Brian Sudbeck up next. Wes Naker takes the duck's head off. Mike Ewing. Joe Naker. Take it off, Joe. Linus Lange. Bring her down, Linus. Matt Potts. Cole Weeblehouse. Tyler Cottle. Dwayne Schieffer. Yeah. Rick Naker on deck. Todd Knudsen. Elvin Cottle. Todd Pinkelman. Oh, big chunks there. Greg Sudbeck up next. Dan Fisher. Terry Korth. Whoa! Josh Weebelhouse. Another chunk of bird gone. Jimmy Taney. Randy Naker. John Lange. John Broderson. Shane Kleinschmidt. Wes Wortman. Todd Weebelhouse. Gail Brummer. Terry Lange on deck. Hal Taney. Seth Weebelhouse. He's only got one leg to stand on up there. Tom Fisher. Oh, Clint Pinkelman. That is our third full cycle of 64 shooters. Jacob Haar. Round 4 underway. 192 shots total. Chris Cry. Kobe Sudbeck. Kurt Potts. Steve Naker. No wings, no head, and very little back of the bird. Joe Potts. Whoa! Jody Cook. We're taking her down one chip at a time. Austin Mann. Brian Lange. Ian Folkers. Whoa, another chip comes off. DeLon Cottle. Tom Wiebelhaus. Not much left up there. Colton Schieffer. Craig Lammers. Mark Mauk. Tim Nissen. Not holding on by much left up there, folks. Turner Korth. Roger Lange. Ron Lauer. Our 20th shooter on our 4th cycle through. Gerald Schulte. Noah Naker. Whoa! Rob Lenzen. Good shot there. Oh! Cody Taney. Quincy Joslin. It hardly has a leg left to stand on up there, folks. Roy Creekmore. Lloyd Sudbeck. Mark Naker. Oh, Aaron Wickelman. Oh, Curtis Cottle. Whoa! Brian Pinkelman. Connor Woman. Bring her down. Danny Hymas. Somehow, someway, she's still holding fast. Whoa! Ray Kaiser. Shot between the legs there. And still standing. Wes Naker. Soar off, Wes. Whoa! Brian Sudbeck. Mike Ewing. Baker. Oh! Linus Lange. Linus, it's all yours. Matt Potts. Whoa! Oh! There we go! Matt Potts! Matt Potts! Bye-bye birdie. The duck is down. Here we go, folks. Matt Potts brought the bird down. The king of the 2021 Schuetzenfest and the Q125 celebration here in Bow Valley.
All right, so I'm being joined by royalty here, the current king of Schuetzenfest. How did you become king? For the folks out there that don't know, how does that happen?
We have a festival every 5 years. It's 6 years this year because of the COVID. But we shoot a wooden bird off a 30-foot tall post, and when it does fall down, that person is the king.
The marksman that knocks the bird down becomes king. What all goes in it? I mean, this has a lot of German heritage that's involved here.
Yes, it's dated way back in 1896, I think, is when they first started doing this. And it's more of a marksman type thing, but it's just a celebration with everybody in the area and stuff like that, just to get together and have a little fun.
I'm glad that's where you went, because there's so many people already here and you got a huge parade going on. What else is going on? Because I heard there's so many different festivities that are taking place here in Bow Valley.
Well, yesterday it started on Saturday and stuff like that. They started out with baseball games for the younger kids and stuff like that. They did a co-ed volleyball and stuff, or softball, I mean. They did horseshoe tournaments and stuff yesterday, and other events and stuff like that. Today they're going to have a cornhole tournament. I don't remember what's all going on.
There are so many things going on. I think the big one is the parade. Tell me a little bit about the parade, because it sounds like there is quite a lineup.
Oh yes, the parade. It comes from many different towns around and stuff like that, and it'll go along. Probably a mile or two as far as parade floats and entries and stuff like that. Everybody wants to see what's going on. So.
And what does it mean to you to be the king, and you'll be handing off your reins here maybe in a little bit?
It's just been excellent. I grew up a mile from here. My parents were from Germany and stuff, so yeah, it's just nice.
And it sounds like you have a lot of family back at the home that are going to be partaking here today, and there's a lot that goes into it, isn't there?
Oh yes, there's a lot of preparation and stuff like that. We've been doing this planning this for probably 2 or 3 years, and see how everything's going to work out, and everybody adds something here or there. Yeah, it's a big event, and everybody puts into it.
Todd, thank you so much for taking a minute and speaking with us here and sharing all that wonderful information.
Thank you guys for being here.
We're rustling up the crown at the moment. Everything's kind of fly by the seat of your pants, but that's the way we love it here. It's what makes a good German, is fly by the seat of your pants and make it happen. It's kind of what Schuetzenfest has been about. We got an awesome group of guys. Thanks for all you coming out. Hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. No, nobody's enjoying themselves, huh? There we go. There we got a little fun going on. Is that all I get, though? Come on, guys. I want to thank them guys in white. Awesome shooting bunch. It's been a blast marching with those guys. I think we had about 45 practices and 10 dress rehearsals, and it was a little bit insane, but we managed to get through it, right, guys? Is the beer cold? I know it's a little slow coming out of them kegs, but trust me, it's going to be a long night, so we're pacing you guys. Okay, so these guys behind me, want to introduce part of my board members anyway. I don't know, DeLon Cottle's coming. Randy Naker, where are you at? Probably tying up some loose ends somewhere.
He's worried about a greased pig.
Randy has got some fun going on a little later. Love you guys to all stick around and watch something that hasn't been around for a while. We're having a greased pig contest this evening, so we don't know how it's going to go. You know, it's hard to find a good wild pig anymore, but I think Randy did some soul searching and called some local guys, and I think it's going to be an awesome deal. But to my right here is Mr. John Lange. He's been on the board for quite a while already. Yeah. 6 years, John? 5 years?
A little longer than that.
Yep.
You started in
oh, boy. Like, what, 11? Yeah, this is a little crazy. We don't want to do that.
No, let's not
it's going to test our brain. But John kind of kept the meetings rolling for Schuetzenfest and just kept everybody on task. They were down to 3.5 hours, and he's the guy that's in charge of the beer. So thank him for that later on. And then Mr. Terry Korth is here. He was instrumental in handling the guns, getting them all rounded up and making it happen here. So thank you, Terry. And then Mr. Roger Lange, he's done everything here. He's our secretary treasurer and secretary, I guess, and keeps everybody moving and on track and finalizes the details. So Terry's also our treasurer. He's the money guy. So we've gotten them winces from him once in a while, like you guys can't spend that much money, but here we are. So Mr. Clint Pinkelman is here. Give him a big wave, Clint. He's our Schuetzenfest organizer. He's done it the last 2 times. So the guy is just like a well-oiled machine. And then he brought DeLon Cottle along this year, and DeLon has done some tremendous work for us. He ramrodded his sister Alyssa to do all the advertising and T-shirts. And Alyssa, we love you wherever you're at. You are awesome. Can't imagine doing this without you. So you guys probably have seen a board in by the bar with all the sponsors, and I think there's one over here by the trailer. Please get out there and thank those people for making this all happen. It takes a bunch of money to make it happen, so please thank them and let them know that you appreciated the Schuetzenfest. So,
we're waiting on a court to get back.
Uh-oh, the king is out. No, what? Oh, the king is here. I thought maybe there's some funny business going on, making sure his queen was going to agree with this. I don't know. Matt Potts, if you didn't know, is a single fella, so at least I think he is. I don't know. Is there any ring on a finger over there? So, all right, he's still single, so he had to pick his queen, and we had our shooters banquet last night, and we were kind of joking around when we were drawing names, and I ran into a kind of a comical story, and nobody would fess up to it, but I had to go to Hy-Vee in Yankton and get a little bit of alcohol to make a special drink for us later on, and the gal goes, "So what is this Schuetzenfest?" And I started explaining it to her. Pretty soon I had 6-8 people around me, and they were listening, and she leaned over to me and she said, "Well, I had one of those shooters of yours ask me if I would be his queen." I said, "Really? That's nice. I'm going to call them guys out if you're not at the banquet." So last night at the banquet, I asked all the guys that are single to stand up, and I started wiggling through the crowd, and I said, "Matt Potts, I think you're going to be the king, and this little gal at Hy-Vee should maybe be your queen, but I don't think that was the one." So my bad, but I did call him his king, so it's an awesome deal. So we're ready to go, Gene? So we've got the past reigning king and queen here, Todd and Gene Wiebelhaus. Awesome last name. I'm so proud that we got a Weeble House in the stature. What a neat deal. So at this time, I'd like to invite Matt up to the stage and introduce his queen to us. Oh, the guys need a pitcher of beer, Jess. Better get a refill. So, Matt, come over here in the middle of the stage near this beautiful bench that Danny and Karen made for us. So this is your guys' seat, and I think you're small enough you can both squeeze in here. But Matt Potts, would you please introduce your lady friend?
Everybody, this is my girlfriend, Amber Johnson.
The queen. How awesome is that? I kind of was hoping that we'd have a young guy shoot the bird off the pole because, as you notice, board members are all getting a little gray, and it's always nice to have a little new blood in the thing to make the circuit with us to get to West Side and to the German American Society in Omaha. So, Matt, you're the perfect fit for that. So. Thank you for accepting, and thank you for shooting at the bird. So at this time, I'd invite our previous king and queen to present these two with their garb and be ready to go. So. Okay.
We can try to hurry up, but it's going to be what it's going to be, boys. We're all right.
Your name is forever sketched.
Oh, wait, hang on. Turn him down. Don't shoot. That was me and my fault.
Whoa, the queen said, "Where's my kiss?" Sweet deal. Way to take charge, Amber. Matt, you got to give us some words of encouragement to make the evening fly like the wind, my friend. So let's toast these guys and go from there.
I am a man of few words, by the way. So, well, thank you, gentlemen. This is a great day. Let's go have fun.
Ziggy zaggy, ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi. Ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi. Ziggy zaggy, oi, oi, oi. Bottoms up, boys and girls. Let's have some fun.
Court.
Now we have to present the gun, and I don't think Matt has thought very hard about this, but he's going to need a court to go with him. He's going to need a prince and a princess, so we might let him think about that a little bit, but maybe he's got it in mind already. You got it, Matt? Okay.
Kurt and Cassidy Potts.
Kurt and Cassidy Potts, are you in the house? You are prince and princess of the Schuetzenfest.
There's Kurt.
Kurt Potts to the stage. Kurt and Cassidy.
His wife's on the way back. She was taking the kids out.
Sounds like Cassidy was maybe wrestling with the boys, trying to get them out to the car, but we'll see how this all works out. So something that we started doing a few years ago also is the king gets one of the guns that we shot out there. We've been trying to buy some Henrys and make things pretty neat for a king. I'd hate to guess what one of these guns would bring, but we're going to find out later on because we're raffling one, we're going to auction one. So at this time, Matt, I'd like Roger to present you with the King gun. It's custom engraved, 30-30 Henry, lever action. We hope you enjoy this rifle, and I hope you're around to shoot it again at the next Schuetzenfest.
Turn over and look at the crowd. Oh, God, it's pointing at him.
It is not loaded. We're safe.
Good job. Thank you.
Long live the king.
Long live the king.
And the queen. Going to be a little awkward if they don't come back in 5 years together, so I don't know. Might have sealed the deal. All right, let's party, guys.
Before we let you go, folks, I'd like to take a minute and say thanks to all of our wonderful sponsors that made today's broadcast possible. That includes Bank of Hardington, Cottle of Bow Valley, Cruzy, True Value, Heine Electric, Midwest Tree out of Hardington, Fisher Supply out of Hardington, Faye's Furniture and Floor Covering of Hardington, and Shop Easy South of Yankton, South Dakota.